Welcome back to Vide Everything, guys. Today, the Maillard reaction experiment. Check it out. Even if you don't know what Maillard reaction is, you love it. It is that brown golden color that you see in almost every steak and many other proteins. I always say no crust, no good. And today I'm going to test 4 different methods to find out which one will give you the best reaction. So let's do it. In order for this experiment to be consistent, I'll be cutting out steaks from one piece. This ensures that the steaks are from the same cow and there's no variation between them. And if you are anything like me, you like to save money and buying in bulk is the way to go. After cutting the steaks at 1.5 inches thick, I decided to do what's called a super trim. What that means is to extract all the external fat because you can see that this steak is very well marbled. And that, my friend, is always what you're looking for on a steak. Once I was done, I was left with beautifully trimmed steaks. And these are the 4 steaks I chose to use for this experiment today. I kept the seasoning simple with salt, freshly ground black pepper, and garlic powder. And always remember to season all sides, including the edges. Then the next step is to bag them up and get them ready for sous vide. And these are today's contestants. We have molasses, mayo, corn syrup, and butter. Molasses is a thick dark syrup made during the sugar making process. Sugar is usually made from sugarcane, which they crush and extract the juices. Then the juice is boiled down to form sugar crystals, which are removed from liquid. When that's done, you are left with a dark syrup, which is molasses. And this is our first contestant. What is corn syrup, you might ask? After doing some research, this is what it is. It's a mix of cornstarch and water. Then you add some enzymes, which produces a bacteria and breaks down the starch into shorter chains of glucose. Then you get another enzyme produced by a fungus. That breaks the shorter chains down into glucose molecules. And at that point, you have regular corn syrup. And when I did my research on Google, FDA said it's natural. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's corn and fungus, right? It's all natural. But hey, in essence, that's what it is. If it's natural or not, you make the decision. And then we got mayo. Everybody knows what mayo is. It's basically an emulsion of egg yolks and oil and some other amazing stuff. And it's funny because a lot of people either love it or hate it, and putting that on the steak sounds weird. But hey, so does the other two. And our final contestant will be the control, which is butter. We all know butter works and it does an amazing job. And if I'm searing my steaks indoors, this is my favorite thing to use. There's a reason why we say butter makes everything better. But now that we have everything ready, I'm gonna be using my sous vide rack to make sure water circulates all the way through, and I'll be cooking them at 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 2.5 hours. We got our beautiful steaks ready. We have our contestants ready. Enough talking, it's time to take it out. Let's do it. They smell amazing. You know, when you take it out of the bag, the smell of heaven hits you in the nose and tell you, hello baby, I'm right here for you. Anyway, it smells fantastic. Now I have to pat it dry so that we can get all the moisture out to get a nice, wonderful sear, which is what this video is all about. Here I have my contestants. Now, it is important for you to know that I've done the mayo experiment before. Now, I did put 2.5 pounds of it on when I was searing the steak, and that is exactly what you're not supposed to do. So you have to put a very thin coat in order to get a nice Maillard reaction. So to keep things fair, every single steak will be seared for a total of 4 minutes. Every minute, I'll be flipping them to make sure that every side gets the perfect sear. I will also be using avocado oil because it has a nice high smoke point. And we're gonna find out if any one of them will beat the butter. I know they don't look that good right now, but watch this. All right, we have our beautiful steaks right here. They all look like a perfect crust to me.
They look incredible.
But I do have a lot of things to say because I just mentioned to them, as you saw there on the video, Mama, that it would take exactly 4 minutes each. And if I would have done that, they would have become charcoal. Huh?
Yeah, especially number 1 and number 3.
Exactly. So the molasses one took 30 seconds. On the first flip, I left it about 45 seconds and then I was like, whoa.
There's a lot of smoke over here.
There's a lot of smoke. I gotta be real careful with that, and it was perfect. So 30 seconds on the molasses. The second one, on the other hand, took 1.5 minutes per side versus 2 minutes per side. The corn syrup took the exact amount of time as the molasses. Maybe because the same amount of sugar?
Yeah, they're both sugars.
They're both sugars, so that's the reason why they took it. You have to be real careful when it's a very high sugar content. And then the butter took exactly the amount that as I expected. 2 minutes in its side.
That's the one that we usually do, so that's the butter today is our control.
The butter is our control, yeah? So it is absolutely perfect. Now all there's left to do is to see if there's any off flavors. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it is perfect. I'd rather sear it for 30 seconds than searing it for 4 minutes, you know what I mean? But again, all it matters is the taste in the end.
Sacrifices that we make for you guys.
I know, right? We're gonna cut it open and we're gonna let you know. Let's do it. I have to say one thing, when I cut them open, they look fantastic, don't they?
They look beautiful. They have no banding at all.
Exactly.
So I'm excited to try this.
Now, the important thing, even though these two methods with the corn syrup and the molasses are great, faster, I want to know if you changed the flavor. Yeah. So let's go for it.
What I'm afraid with them is that they're going to be bitter because, you know, when you burn sugar, it turns bitter.
Exactly my point. You absolutely got it. All right. This one has a very pronounced crust and I had left it for 45 seconds. You should leave it no more than 30. It works great. Cheers, everybody.
Wow.
It's different. Very, very little minor different kind of taste that I've never done it before, that I never had it before.
It's a hint of something different.
Not in a bad way.
No, it's not bad, but it is there. It's a little hint, like
there's a little something in there different that we're not used to, but it's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
All right, let's go for the second one.
This one is just, it was already falling apart before.
This one is just basically disintegrating. You went for it, Mama. Oh, Mama is in heaven. Well, let me go meet him in heaven. I'm drooling. That one is amazing, everybody.
Oh my God.
I'm drooling. Give me a piece of paper.
Wow.
I'm drooling on this one.
All right, I don't know.
Flavor is amazing. Unlike the molasses, I see no off flavor.
No, there's no hint of anything there.
No hint whatsoever. This works perfectly. Whoever came out with this idea, like I said it before on my Guga Foods channel, is fantastic and it works.
You're a genius.
Make sure you don't like put the whole bottle of mayo in there. You know what I mean? Just a nice thin layer does the job perfectly.
Don't pull a Guga.
Yeah, don't do a Guga Foods job. That was terrible. Hey, it was still good.
It was still good. It just tasted like steak and mayo.
All right, let's go for the next one, Mom. We're tasting the flavor for you guys and we're sacrificing, yeah?
Sacrifices we make.
The sacrifice we make.
It's, wow.
Okay, enough talking. Cheers, everybody. It is different. That one is different and it has a little off flavor. Not tremendously though, don't get me wrong. I don't want to say that it's a terrible thing.
The molasses has a little hint of something there. The syrup, I feel like you taste less.
Taste less?
Yeah. That's the feeling I get. It's like...
My experience is a little off flavor towards the aftertaste. It's not very pleasant. The molasses was kind of okay and pleasant, but this one here is a little bit off flavor. I don't enjoy it. We are really judging and picking on these steaks like a toothpick. You know what I mean?
We're nitpicking these things, guys.
Yeah, but
we want to give you guys the best. best answer that we can.
If you pay attention to your taste buds, you will notice that this one has a little off flavor. That's all we're gonna say about that.
Yeah, that's all we're saying.
Yeah. You ready for the control?
Oh, the control is gonna be...
All right. Look, I got a bonus because it knows I like it. Cheers, everybody. I need to say nothing. You already know. Does it take longer? Yes. Is it amazing? Yes. Can I eat this every single day of my life? Yes. Can I eat it for lunch, breakfast, dinner, and also midnight snack? Yes. That is amazing. So we need to come out with a resolution. You tell me.
Let's give them a ranking.
Okay, first one for you.
First one for me, butter.
Me too, 100% agree. Flavor-wise, it's much better.
Second one, very close to being first place.
I think we're the same.
Mayo.
Mayo, definitely. Third one?
Third one is molasses.
Definitely molasses. And then the last one, obviously syrup. Now here's the big question. You at home, will you do this again? Will you put molasses on the steak to save you a minute and a half on each side? I wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it, everybody. I'll just put my butter on it, which I'm used to. It has a better flavor. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Does it work? Yes, it does. We gotta give it to the scientists.
Yes.
It does work, 110%. It does give an additional flavor that I don't enjoy it too much. I prefer the butter one. The mayo saved you 30 seconds. Would you do the mayo?
I'll do the mayo if I want to change something on the steak.
I'll do the mayo as well because he is amazing and he gave a nice flavor, but 30 seconds might not be worth it. If I don't have butter available, mayo is the choice.
Mayo is the choice, yes.
And then, worst case scenario, I will probably put nothing on the steak before putting the syrup, at least for me.
Definitely, I'm there with you.
Yeah.
I'm there with you.
Yeah, grab the syrup, put it somewhere else that syrup goes. Syrup does not go on the steak, everybody. Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys learned something. I definitely did. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in any of the equipment I use, everything's always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Now we got to eat with rice. Yes! Go get the rice. Oh, the knife fell. Get the rice, Mom, out.